The concept of Jesus wanting individuals to be wealthy is often met with skepticism, particularly within certain Christian circles where the emphasis is placed on humility and a rejection of worldly possessions. However, a closer examination of biblical teachings reveals that Jesus' message encompasses a broader understanding of wealth, one that extends beyond material riches to include spiritual abundance and the well-being of the whole person. This essay delves into the idea that Jesus' teachings not only condone but encourage wealth, understood in its most comprehensive sense, as a means to live a fulfilling life that honors God and benefits humanity. Firstly, it's crucial to address a common misconception that Christianity advocates for poverty as a virtue. While Jesus did teach about the dangers of wealth, notably in the parable of the camel and the needle's eye, this teaching was not a condemnation of wealth per se, but a warning against the idolatry of wealth. Jesus' primary concern was the heart orientation, ensuring that one's allegiance and trust are in God rather than in material possessions. The wealthy are not inherently evil or doomed, but those who allow wealth to become their master, thereby displacing God, are in peril. Jesus' teachings often emphasize the importance of abundance in life. He miraculously provided for the physical needs of others, turning water into wine at a wedding and feeding thousands with a few loaves of bread and fish. These acts were not merely demonstrations of power but examples of God's desire to bless humanity in all aspects of life, including the physical. Moreover, Jesus' parables, such as the parable of the talents, encourage wise stewardship and the multiplication of resources, suggesting that prosperity, when managed with integrity and generosity, is pleasing to God. The biblical concept of stewardship is also pivotal in understanding Jesus' perspective on wealth. Christians are called to be stewards of the resources God has provided, using them to further God's kingdom and to benefit others. This viewpoint transforms wealth from a personal treasure to a divine trust, where the possession of wealth is not an end in itself but a means to an end. The end is to live a life that honors God, supports the community, and advances the cause of justice and compassion. Furthermore, the idea that Jesus wants individuals to be wealthy is supported by the broader biblical theme of blessings and prosperity. Throughout the Old Testament, God's people are promised blessings for their obedience, which often include material prosperity alongside spiritual and relational blessings. Jesus' teachings do not abolish this promise but rather fulfill it, showing that true prosperity is found in a right relationship with God and in living according to God's commandments. It's also worth noting that a life of purpose and fulfillment, which Jesus desires for all people, requires a certain level of material stability. Poverty, while sometimes romanticized as a path to spiritual purity, can be debilitating and distracting, making it difficult to pursue one's calling or to serve others effectively. Jesus' desire for our wealth, therefore, can be seen as a desire for our flourishing, where all aspects of our being, spiritual, emotional, physical, and relational, are thriving. In conclusion, the notion that Jesus wants individuals to be wealthy is rooted in a holistic understanding of wealth that encompasses spiritual, emotional, and physical well-being. Jesus' teachings encourage a healthy and balanced approach to material possessions, emphasizing stewardship, generosity, and the pursuit of one's calling. By recognizing that wealth can be a blessing from God, intended to facilitate a life of purpose, service, and joy, Christians can embrace the concept of prosperity without feeling guilty or compromising their faith. Ultimately, Jesus' desire for our wealth reflects his desire for our complete flourishing, where every aspect of our lives contributes to a fulfilling relationship with God and a positive impact on the world.